Lisa Irwin vanished from her Northland home 6 weeks ago. Investigators have followed more than 1,000 leads, but still no sign of the baby girl. Tonight, KMBC 9's Peggy Bright talks to a retired homicide sergeant with unique insight into the minds of the baby Lisa investigators.
I know what they're going through, and believe me, I feel for them.
It's like living in a pressure cooker, Dave Bernard says.
Well, I think most of us have grown to think that, this is our daughter.
He lived it too as lead investigator on the Precious Doe murder. The case of the headless child found dumped in the woods went unsolved for 4 years, from 2001 to 2005, when Erica Green was finally identified and her parents held responsible. Bernard retired from the Kansas City Police Department in September, just before Lisa vanished, so he doesn't have inside information on the investigation, but he does know from experience the approach his former colleagues with police and FBI will be taking.
You could speculate on, she was taken and abducted and whatever, but you concentrate on what is probable, what most likely happened here, and see where that takes you.
Bernard says in an investigation this big, nothing is left to chance, and what you see is just the tip of the iceberg.
Behind the scenes, you got all these investigators that are out running down leads. Calls may be coming in requiring, further investigation. So they're out doing that, or maybe a piece of evidence that they've come across needs to be analyzed, tested, that sort of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on that the public does not see.
Bernard tells us investigating a crime against a child is in a league of its own in police work.
One of the first rules is you don't get involved emotionally with your victims. But when they're kids, you can't help it.
He says you want so much for the investigation to have a happy ending, but experience and history tell him something different.
You can hope that. At this stage, I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt that she's still alive.
And even though the baby Lisa case appears to have hit a wall, Bernard says time is sometimes your ally.
With time passing, relationships deteriorate, and maybe people start talking and saying things. So there's always hope that the case is going to, be solved.
Peggy Bright, KMBC 9 News.
Thank you, Peggy. Bernard says it is key that investigators stay undistracted from the task at hand, finding Lisa Irwin. He is convinced that someone knows something that can solve this case. Please call the Crime Stoppers Tips hotline if you can help, 816-474-TIPS.